for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trillion times.
Yeah.
Thomas Jackson.
Yeah. Bounce. Yeah.
Hello guys, and welcome back to our second and actually our final best of 3 in this stage of the bracket. We get 4 new teams added into the next round. They're going to make things all that more interesting, but at least for now, we've got one more team to get through. Spirit or eXtatus. Going to be fighting this one out, and I think this could be a pretty interesting series, to be honest. We've seen an underperforming team, Spirit, and an eXtatus that I think did pretty well over in their group stage. Pretty sure they finished top, and hence why they are up against a Russian team who finished second in their group. And looking at the veto is where things... Well, the veto is where things confuses me a little bit, I'll be honest, because the pick of Overpass was quite a surprise for me for Spirit. It's a map that eXtatus don't play a lot, but when they do play, they seem to win it quite often. And they hadn't, like, the original ban wasn't Cobble, so it was actually the second ban coming out from eXtatus. So Team Spirit could have had Cobble in this game and decided that they actually wanted to have Overpass instead. So maybe something that they've been practicing. The third map of Train, I don't think either of the teams are particularly good at it. I do remember Frozen having an absolutely phenomenal game in one of the qualification matches in the groups where he was actually a beast. But just, I don't know. Just seem to be doing very, very well. So maybe they can pull that off, but it's more looking at the first two, see if they could actually take this in a 2-0 fashion. Now, at the moment, at least, they're looking try and take themselves that knife, and for some reason, Starix is almost like the father, just like, come here. Come here. I'm not coming to you, you're coming here. Don't make me come over there. Why is the name of the stream eXtatus? Someone made a mistake. Come on, guys. Really? Really? You gotta play both sides. It's Mirage as well. It's fairly balanced. Finally. Starix. The stream name really wrong? I don't even think I can change it on this account. I'll ask someone to change it. There you go. Someone should change that, but either way, in just a moment we will be going into this pistol. Team Spirit will have themselves that CT side. But I don't even really think they're either... Yeah, no, I've already told someone to fix it. I can't do it without logging out of one account and into another, and I don't really want to do that while also broadcasting the game, so I'll do that in a minute. It looks like we have actually had a drop from the server as well, so we'll just have to wait a moment before we get this game underway. Now, from what I've seen so far, I think there's definitely more of a favoring over towards eXtatus in the chat. But are there any like lurkers from Team Spirit? Anybody sitting in the background hoping they will take this one? I know that there's probably going to be a few bettors, people hoping that they can win some money. Here we go, though. We are going to be getting this game underway. Definitely looks like eXtatus have got a bit more of a following. I'd like to see them in the next round. I've actually been enjoying watching this team play. I think it was Frozen was playing very well, but I think Devil actually had a really good game as well in one of the last few games that we saw. Obviously, I remember Questone actually playing in Hellraisers. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Either way, pistol underway. Straight up. Kevlar for every single member of the CT side. We've got some smokes getting ready to set up over towards this A site. And Zedko's going to be the one leading the charge, although he was until the flashbang actually catches him. Instead, Devil will take the lead. And Davkost and Starik's already going to be finding a couple. Looking to try and trade things back. Quez up close is actually going to do the damage. Leaves it into a 3v3. Make that just 2. Try and fake out the plant as well. Davkost will instead take his teammate down, but he'll still be able to get another one. And Dima, well, he's rotated in the meantime. 1v1. Questone doesn't have any armor. Does have the bomb at least. And a USP, and he's going to win that duel. 4 kills for Questone in the pistol. And eXtatus are off to a flying start. Force Spy will be in. Topfic actually going to be the one saving a little bit of extra money alongside of Davkost, and because Davkost got a couple of kills, he can afford to go for some Kevlar. Got himself a CZ as well. But looks to try and take a bit of aggression in towards middle. Both teams, in fact. Now the Deagles can still have their magic at range. They're going to be close to going down, but instead it's the frag from behind that actually catches them off, and now I'm going to see connector control fall completely into the hands of the T's. Topfic actually going to go rotating towards the B side. Now the bomber is currently up towards short, so that may be the correct read. They've got a player on ramp as well who's now spotted that there's nobody over towards this A side of the map, so they're going to take a gamble. Now it's still possible that the T's could actually double back and go through the connector where there's currently nobody, but instead the gamble from the CT side is, okay, let's send everyone over, and they've got it completely right. They're perfectly in position for this take, but there we go. I think they've spotted enough players to realize, wait a minute, I've seen at least 3. There's only 4. So what's the chances there's anybody here? However, Devil from behind. He's going to get taken down. That's a weapon into the hands of the CTs. Frozen going to go peeking and even corrects his aim to take off the head of one more. And, well, there will only be one lost in the end as eXtatus clean things up nicely. Get themselves the 2-0. And the CT side are going to have to eco into this round. CT side going to try and stack over towards this A side this time. And they've got it completely wrong. That's sort of the 50-50 coin that you choose. And unfortunately, they've completely got this wrong. It means that the T's now have a great chance to actually make a little bit of extra cash. Devil with his Mac 10 just going to go pushing. Already getting 2. Has support from Zedko as well. Going to go through the murder hole, and it's called that for a reason. But again, only the Mac 10 lost. All the rifles will be kept in. And in fact, they're going to upgrade them to AKs. That's quite a pricey upgrade. I would have quite liked to see them just hold on to it and potentially just try and go for a bit of a bonus round, especially with Galils. I feel like that's quite a hefty upgrade to have, especially when a lot of your opponents aren't going to have head armor, so if anything, it's just as effective. But AWP onto Davkost. He was saving for this. Sophic went for the extra utility. 2 players set up over towards ramp at the moment, but it's the mid presence that needs to come in. Already, Davkost opens things up, takes down Zedko. Devil now replaces him with the AWP in hand, but can't quite do anything to return. And look at Coldy. They've sent no on Palace. This could be absolutely perfect from him. Pushing back around. Questone caught out. Also, the bombs towards ramp, so if Frozen doesn't manage to hold on here, it could be over, but he will. He'll find one. Could look to just fall back to the rest of his team. Minute left on the clock, so no real hurry. Hello, Flames. Dotfic already gets one, but it's a quick trade. Monty able to get another. Rotation coming in from Frozen. Only one on the site, but that pop flash is perfect. Frozen still doing work as he grabs himself a second kill. A third may net him a bomb plant. And it will. That's a lovely shot from him. Jumps up onto the van. Brings it down to a 1v1. Davkos versus Frozen. Doesn't know where his opponent currently is. And Davkos actually already crossed past the window. And because they know that Frozen is low, he's actually going to switch over to the rifle. But Frozen, he's not quite going to be able to connect the shot. He has the information, however. Into this 1v1. Davkos. Oh, he's going to catch him just about. Very close from the youngster. Brings it down to the 1 versus 1. Gets 3 kills and does a hell of a lot of damage. Also, the bomb plant should give them a bye going into the next round. It will leave Monty a little bit low on cash, but the rest of the team are going to be just fine and dandy. And now, well, whichever team loses this round is actually going to be set for an eco. So Team Spirit with a decent opportunity to even up the scoreline if they can capitalize off the weakened economy of their opponent. Then again, though, theirs is weak as well. Utility taking a big hit in this situation. Side all gathered up over towards this B side. Now Davkos is playing that rotational orb. Hits the tag, doesn't quite finish off Zetko. It could drop the rifle over to his teammate, but instead they're just going to explode onto the site. Look to try and take the fight in the crossfire already. Dima and Zopvig have managed to find 2. Make that a third. Players falling left, right, and center. Down to just Devil and Questode, and it's not looking good in this situation. The fact is, the second that bomb's attempted, it should be a very easy retake for the CTs to go about. Now Questone, 1v4. Already gets the first. Zopvig and Dima are both down very low. Starrick's still on pretty much full HP, so he may have to be the one to make the play. Doesn't have any utility in this situation. 45 seconds left. Looking like he may just try and take a peek into market. Instead, goes for the plant. Not going to be denied by the CT side. Try and take the fight back. Almost spots out Zopvig at the same time. Flashbang going to go out and he's left completely blind. Shouldn't be able to do anything. Still takes down Dima at least. Will be the 3-2. eXtatus getting another bomb plant. So they're still able to get themselves onto the site. But in this situation, I feel like they should be saving. They didn't bring the CT economy particularly low, although only 2 players survived. However, I feel forcing in this situation is just far too risky. Push going to be coming in. Attempt to get that bomb down, but look at the position of Starrix. The perfect counter to anything they could do in this situation. He's looking for his 4th kill. In-game leader for the team. Stepping up with the frags as well. That'll be 3-3. CT side. Not going to lose really anything. Did they lose a single player? No, they built up a lot of extra economy in that situation. T side going to be investing into that AWP on Devil as well. Not something we've seen too often too far. He had it in 1 round, but was taken down pretty quickly by the AWP of Davkos. Starrick's in the ladder in position. I'm a big fan of this spot because it does give you an avenue to hold on to short, but can also help you to actually take control of middle as well. Starrix will be throwing out a little bit of utility into middle, trying to stop any further take, but the T's do have it pretty much under their control at the moment. You can see from the positions of CT side, they're fine with it, and Davkos will start things off once again. He's looking good today. Something I haven't said in a while. He was looking very sketchy in a lot of their previous performances, and he is a man that is known to be able to carry if needed. Already, though, they're just getting absolutely wrecked. What has happened? The first few rounds are so good for eXtatus, and then they've lost 2 flawless. Four to 3. Team Spirit doing work so far, and it will just be straight deagles at the moment for eXtatus. Going to try and do some damage once again. Dark's been running the show the last few rounds. 7 and 4 on the board. Not somebody renowned for his fragging ability. Team already cleaning up a couple. There's no armor in this round, so can't really expect too much. They're just trying to do a little bit of extra damage. They will have the loss bonus behind them in the next round. In fact, maxed out to 3,400. Aldi will actually go down, so they've at least dropped 1. Monty trying to do a bit more damage, spamming away, can't quite connect onto Starix, will hit another shot onto Davkos, but eventually it will be lost. BM sprays will come in as well. It'll be 5-3 up now. T-sub once again. AWP, full utility. I haven't seen them able to take too much control as of yet. Most of the time, they've just been going into middle. First couple of buy rounds, we actually saw them get the bomb down, but since then, it has been very, very quiet. Here we go. Who's going to be coming in? Look at the aggression from the CT side. Starix again! It's just going to wipe them down. 2 headshots. Zedko now pushing on the other side of the map, though. This was a bit of an elaborate ruse, trying to pull in members over towards the other side of the map, and it succeeded, as it now turns into a 3v3. A rotation has to come out from this CT side. Although it started pretty poorly, it's looking much better, but Davkos just holding the angle, catches the peak. Aldi, Davkos, and Starix looking to try retake this site. The nade going out as well. Already going to be finding one, but Devil gets 2 back in return. Leaves it into the 1 versus 1. Smoke going to go onto the bomb, and Cody will take his head clean off. Should have just about enough time for the defusal as well. Leaving it close. But it's another round on the board for Team Spirit. And once again, a hell of a lot of damage. But also the bomb plant, and that's going to make things a little bit easier in terms of a rebuy for this T side. They won't be able to afford the AWP. And the CTs are still going to have a flawless buy anyway. But at least they did a decent amount of damage. As said, though, not really going to have any problems CT side in the next couple of rounds, in fact, to get a buy back on the board. However, if the T's continue to get the bomb down, can at least make things very costly. Now, once again, they're going to go for this mid control. TTs have been playing fairly loose in their hold of middle. We've seen Davkos challenge it a couple of times. Smoke actually going to be completely missed in middle as well. The Devil is just going to go running onto short and actually hits the player. He takes down both in middle. Lovely entries from him. Now they need to capitalize on it. Cody's found one on the other side of the map. Dima on the side looking to try and take down 2. And Monty peeking while so low sends the man advantage back over to this CT side. Dima. Well, he's still on the site. It's actually going to be the flank coming in from Zedko. Finds one, looks for the second. But Dima just has to survive here. Cody's going to be up in apps. Doesn't need to wipe peek this. Zedko's able to take him down without any return possible. And I think he knows. He does. He's going to go running all the way back over towards the A site. Try and play the mind games with his opponent. He's got plenty of time to do so. Can set up plant spot wherever he wants on the map. Back. He's sure on the plant spot here. I suppose it baits out to make him think that it's over towards either jungle or for connector. I think maybe he thought that the remaining player could have been in palace, so just goes for a little bit of a safety plant. But now Coldy Go rotating around. His opponent has 5 HP. He could literally spam through the box. Doesn't actually spot him in the corner, however. Just got to go straight for the defuse. I think he knows the plant's not great, but it doesn't matter. Zedko plays it perfectly. Only just not spotted. A little bit of luck going his way, but that is going to be 6-4 now. CT side not going to have any trouble in terms of the repurchase once again. They brought it down to only one player on the T side with that victory. And because of that, the T's really don't have the money. They've got themselves the AKs, a Galil, and a little bit of utility. But the double AWPs have now come in as well for the CT side. A complete change-up in their strategy. One going to be over towards that upper B position. The other still trying to spot into connector. And considering... I was going to say how close that last round was, considering the entries, but they're doing it again. Holy, gonna get wrecked. As Monty walks in, he's actually gonna check for Starix as well, trades out his teammates and leaves it just onto Sophic. Definitely seems like we've seen the CT side wake up, and Walt Sophic tries to go through the hole of death. And that's exactly what he gets. T side actually pick up a second AWP. That's interesting. CT side could actually still buy here, and they will. So it's still taking a long, long time to reset this economy. Those clean rounds that we saw from Team Spirit have definitely done enough in terms of making things a lot easier for them to rebuy. But it has now been 3 rounds in a row for the T side. Definitely not whitewash rounds, or 2 rounds, sorry. I forgot that they didn't actually win this round. They just made it very costly. T-side going to fight for mid control. They've got 2 AWPs on the T-side, which definitely isn't something you'd normally go for. Devil tagged down to 57 HP by the HE. Frozen just accidentally bought a scout. Ooh. Money wasted. Definitely not something they can really afford to be doing in this situation. Oh, Sophic. Bit of a sketchy spray. Frozen. That second AWP. The young individual, which most people have been keeping an eye on. This kid is nuts, and he's going to start things off in this round. Questone actually going to lose the battle, and AWP finds another in the meantime. Devil will be able to trade one back, but it's still going to be the advantage for this CT side. Double AWPs all that remain. Frozen goes jumping and finds himself a kill, and looking like he's going to retrieve the bomb. Because of that, he's actually going to miss Coldy crossover. Frozen going to be planting the bomb. Picked up the AK in the meantime as well, but they've got to watch out for this flank. They have absolutely no idea. I think Devil will now know, but it's a little bit too late. Frozen going to be surrounded on the site, and I don't think there's anything he can do in this situation. That extra money that was wasted at the beginning of the round could actually prove to be costly. Actually, because of it, the T's aren't going to have enough. Yeah, it seems to be the story of the game at the moment for eXtatus. They're bringing a lot of these rounds very, very close. Not quite enough, and well, the scoreboard still sitting with the CT side at the moment. Double AWP setup will survive. Now, any damage here would be wonderful, because they don't want to give that opportunity for Team Spirit to build up a load of cash again. Smoke's going to be going down. The attempt to get the bomb plant. They are going to check it this time. It's still going to be Coldy just going ham on the site. Sprays down 4 kills. Brings this 8-5. Side picking up that AWP once again. They've got 4 players edging their way over to this A site, likely to see the player in middle just try and hold off rotations, possibly come in from behind. There's actually only one man, Coldy, who has been brilliant so far. Well, there goes that lurk player in middle. Already gone. Keep coming out. Frozen will be able to get one. Davkos has scored a second in the meantime, and they've actually got no utility anymore. They can't smoke off anything. It's down to just raw aim. Now, Frozen definitely has that. He's already got himself 2, but he can't survive the nade. And while Devil was pretty much waiting for after plant positions, and this is not a position he wants to be in. Doesn't have the bomb down. Davkos is just waiting. I like this. Oh no, the timing not going to work out for Devil. He can't quite hit the shot. Now they know exactly where he is as well. Pixel angle, that's nice. Both players actually hit the shot, although Devil definitely gets away with a lot more there. And well, Davkos just running and jumping. Takes the head clean off of one. Will be a 9-5 scoreline after what was a pretty good start and what looked like the potential for a comeback. Team Spirit have definitely rectified their mistakes. 9-5. The double AWP setup working. Davkos hitting pretty much all of his shots today, which is important for this team if they are going to be able to be a force to be reckoned with. Now the T's in the last round of the half left with very little. They're going to go pushing on to Starix again. Someone we don't normally expect to overly frag. In fact, a lot of the time he's at the bottom of the board today. Actually doing very well, and Coldy's there with him. Oh, Devil with a nice dig. Push will be coming in onto that B site. Dima as well. Then a rock. And he's going to continue to. Now Devil has to try and ace this round. Bring anything back. And he will fall. 10-5. Team Spirit with a pretty good half in the end. Especially considering they lost the pistol. You have to remember that adds these 3 rounds here. And they were able to win 10 rounds off the back of that. So very impressed with how they've done so far. Especially considering this isn't their map pick. Pistol round going to play an important part for eXtatus in this situation. Need to try and make sure that they get that money rolling. Can get the AWP in onto Devil. Maybe a second one in onto Frozen if they really want to. It's definitely plausible on a map like Mirage. Gonna go pushing into Questone. Come the T's. Dima leading the charge with the Tech 9. Only seeing a couple of players, and Dima will be the one to start. Eastside, however, not going to overcommit in this situation. Just waiting. Playing things patiently, hoping that the CT side will over-rotate. Definitely possible. He may make some sort of mistake. Going to be trying to hold on in this situation. Now they've been spotted once again. They are going to go running and gunning onto the site. Starix will be getting another for himself. Frozen able to trade one back, but it's just not quite enough. As now he's the only one left alongside Monty. Has himself a kit. Smoke as well. It should be wonderful if he can get anywhere near that bomb. The problem is getting near it. It's going to be very difficult. Starix also making a lot of noise via the vent to try and just bait them into falling back, and he's even going to be looking to try and sneak in from behind. Already Coldy, however, will be finishing off one more, and Starix is going to look for Frozen at least and finish things off. 11-5. Team Spirit once again will be pushing themselves forward into this match. Well, both these teams have made it through the groups and got into the playoffs, so yeah, I think they're doing pretty well. Team Spirit, I think, still have a long way to go to hit the heights they can. And honestly, when it comes to eXtatus and the potential for this team, I don't know. I think the real talking point is always going to be Frozen because he's so young, but how far this team can get as a group, I'm not sure. That's a question that I cannot answer because I haven't watched enough of them, and when I have, a lot of the games have, like for example, there was a train match where I think Frozen got 38 kills or something, and the next highest was like 15, so it's never really a dynamic you want to be seeing. I think he's 15, but I may be wrong. Questone starts off with 1. Pistols can still be there to do damage. Zeko is just going to fall back. 14. I was wrong then. Zeko gets another. It's actually working out nicely at the moment for this CT side. Davkos gets himself another. So they are turning things back around in this situation, but look at the flank. Nice positioning from Monty. He's going to be able to get in towards the site, but will they expect the second? Ah, Sophic will now. Probably expecting it to be clear. That'll be 12-5. CT side can't really afford to invest into this one. That's the problem. If you lose the first half in such a fashion, you really are gambling on getting that pistol to get you that start. I'm pretty sure the drops could be split between both streams, so. Doric's actually just sticking with the Glock here, so clearly feeling confident, but where's Hello? He's just got 2. If he had more bullets, I reckon he would have got 3 as well. Already a decent amount of damage done. Actually, this is starting to get scary. Dorix and Coldy will rectify the situation. The other stream is the Russian stream. Because I think it drops for anybody who's on the website, the stream thingy website. So stream bonus, there you go. It came up just as I said it. Anybody who's on that website can get the drop. So if I imagine it's advertised to both streams, the Russian and the English. So it's likely that you'll see names that aren't in the chat. Little bit of jumping coming in from Frozen. Survives a little bit longer than expected, but eventually Frozen will be there to finish him off. Davkos looking for the peak and trades things back instantly. A little bit over-aggressive from the youngster. Zeko, however, will be able to clean up the solo push from Sotvic. B side, looking to try and split onto this A site, and that seems to be where the CTs are gambling at the moment, although Monty looking tempted to go for a rotation. Could be caught out, but he actually gets the timing perfect. And now Coldy has very little hope with the bomb being dropped. Footsteps are being made. The player right below. Questone will be able to finish a team ace as well for eXtatus, which is nice. They will be able to get themselves a 6th, and actually, with the amount of damage they've been doing in the last few rounds, the T side don't actually have a huge amount of cash. Got enough to get themselves a buy at least. Could even drop a Galil or so over, or maybe even drop an AWP for Davkos, but instead, he's going to end up on a Deagle. I don't know why. I think they should have probably been able to drop him at least an SMG. He is a beast with this gun, but I don't think that's the right call. We'll see. Frozen. Trying to challenge middle once again. Dima to actually start things off. Low on HP, so to get that initial kill is going to be positive for his team. Monty. Gonna go pushing towards ramp, but it's actually Questone, the player, to even things up. Monty goes pushing and catches Coldy as well. Seemed like he was unaware that there was even a possibility that somebody could push in. Oh, so he's very close to being 15 then. Very, very close. Zeko. He's spotting over towards short. Gets the first. Pop flash comes out. There will be support as well from Quez. Now Sotvic left alone. 45 seconds coming up on the clock as he has to try and win a 1 versus 4. The chance of this is slim, and Questone's already watching the angle. So that will be 13-7. 6 rounds the difference. And there's not really an opportunity for a buy here from the T side. Imagine some of these other guys, though, because I don't know the exact ages, but I imagine some of them are over 20. Imagine being 20 years old and having a 14-year-old kid, basically, like, to show you how to play. That would drive me nuts. But yeah, I'm 6 years younger than you. I'm already better. I wonder if he calls in, like, a really high-pitched voice, like, guys, it's 1B! Tech 9. Starting things off, but Questone already doing work, and that's lovely. 4 kills for him. And if you're wondering, I don't know why he calls in English either. Five rounds of difference now. T-side on flat rifles. No AWP for Davkos, who has been one of the difference makers so far. Although, to be fair, it actually seems like quite a team effort over on this T side. Not really anybody slacking behind. We've had decent rounds out of pretty much everyone. He has the voice of a 20-year-old. That's even more terrifying. Oh, you see this little kid and he's like, right, mate. He's 1B. Yeah, now he's a geezer. For some reason. Imagine me and him in real life and he spoke like that. See, there's me thinking that he named himself after the film. Likes building snowmen. T-side, they've taken control of middle. Questone looking to actually peek out. He will hit the first hit from Dima, and Davkos now thinks it's clear instead. Questone's going to get both. This man's having a very good game. He's woken up, and he's got Frozen supporting him. Make that a third already. Can we get a second quad kill in 2 rounds? Yes, we can. 8 kills in 2. Questone stepping up. He is 14 years old for the next, what, 2 weeks? And then he's going to be the big 1-5. He hasn't even had his Sweet 16 yet. By the time he's 16, he's probably have earned more money than his parents. It's ridiculous. Just be sat there like, oh, you got me. Oh, I've already bought 7 of those. Here he is, Frozen, starting things off. Still the pistol to try and trade things back, and Davkos will eventually finish him off. Sekko actually going to get one more, and Starrick's still doing damage. Only one man left. Davkos. Going to try and make this round Davkosly. Devastating. Probably here's Zekko as well. Can he hit this shot? That would be beautiful if he can hit it. Go on, jump again, Zekko. Do it. Give Davkos the opportunity. No, he won't. He'll finish him off. 3 rounds now, the difference. 5 in a row for eXtatus as well. I saw someone earlier say, don't worry, they'll win the second map. They might win the first. Yeah, Rox's parents must just be like, seriously, come on. Well, it's like that kid, there's a kid who plays for AC Milan, who's still really young. Or like a ridiculous contract. But that's football anyway. Just going to be coming out. A lot of damage already being done to these players. There's just utility and spraying through smoke. It's able to do enough. Bomb will be planted, but a 4v5 retake. CT side should be able to do this. Molotov's going to be going out as well, clearing positions. Dima trying his best to survive in the corner. It looks like he's going to get away with it. Davkos tagged low. Devil finds another with the headshot. And now there's only 2 remaining. Now the bomb's planted in open position, but they're going to read where this is coming from. Already, 1 will be lost, and Starix, stuck behind the smoke, has no choice but to just stay behind. We'll be able to take 1 with him at least, and with the bomb plant, they're still going to have buys. I'm waiting now. Where's Team Spirit's pause? You have a mind like Starix in your camp. Why are you not utilizing it? Give him a minute. Give him, well, not a minute, 30 seconds. At the moment, things are looking pretty bleak for Team Spirit. 6 rounds in a row and counting. Push out into middle. Devil trying to find the shot through. It's actually going to be frozen to tag. Get tagged down early. Already, we're going to see the T's get themselves the first kill in this round. Dima looking for the second, and we'll be able to convert that spray. Frozen already tagged low. Actually hits the dink onto Davkos, so a couple of players now tagged. Davkos is still doing work. Devil should be able to get himself a freebie kill, but even though their economy's looking good, probably going to want to hold on to this. And yeah, that's a good point, actually. Starix is top of the board for his team. As said, we've not seen him frag too much. He has been doing well in this game, at least. I just like the idea that Rops, in some countries, is going to have a car before he could even drive. He could have a beast car. I suppose, what, he's 17 now, so he'd be alright. Devil actually going to do quite a bit of damage on the exits as well. Takes down a couple of players. As said, makes things a little bit more costly. Because of that, there's a good chance that eXtatus could actually reset them in this round. They've gone for the double orbs once again. Frozen alongside Devil. Boost's going to be coming in. I like this because it's quite a quick way to fall back. You don't have to worry about the barrel trapping you in. Molotov going to be bounced out, so there can't be any quick pushes from the T side. And it does look like Team Spirit are looking to try and speed things up a little bit in terms of the way they're playing these rounds. They've been caught losing those opening kills, and they're going to lose one again. Devil gets the first, looks to try and spam through the smoke, but can't find anything as of yet. Push already going to be coming in, and Coldy is going to trade, and it is going across the board at the moment. Starix running through the smoke. He's going to save one teammate and spray a second in the meantime. Big plays from the in-game leader, the ex-Na'Vi coach and player. Now Monty left in a 1 versus 3. Surely there's no opportunity for him here, and Davkos is going to shut him down in a second. Well, let's put it this way, though, Musculus. Think of what he has to buy. He doesn't have to buy any of his computers, his mice, his clothes, because they're all mouse sports now. What more is there to buy? Doesn't have to buy his drinks. Maybe just food. 15 to 11. eXtatus with a bit of an interesting buy. Double AWP, MP9, rifle, pistol. This is, of course, the map pick of eXtatus, but they've got another map that they're pretty good at as well. Coming up next in Overpass. Then if it gets to train, I have no idea where this series is going to go. Nice shot from Diva. That is just beautiful. 1 bullet. Calm, collected. Doesn't even have to really think about it. It's done. T-side gonna go rotating back towards A. Now, there's actually 3 players here, but it's looking like Frozen may go rotating. Devil waiting patiently with the AWP. Couple of players. It's looking like he's going to get dual peaked here. Actually, instead, Demon just does it again. That's the second. He's now just taken a head off 2. Luckily for them, they do actually have a player in Palace. Now, that could pay dividends in the late round situation. Zedko going to be able to hold one off on the cross. The bomb being planted. Monty going to be isolated at the moment. Sophic gets one on the trade. The peek out from Monty actually gets one on stairs. How's he doing this? MP9 master race. And there we go. Monty with 2. Zedko with 3. How does he hit that shot on stairs? How? That's just filthy.
Counter-terrorists win.
They'll keep alive. Just about. 3 versus 5. Ended up just as really 2 of them doing the work. Maybe they're not done just yet. They're going to get absolutely wrecked by an HE, down to just 48 health. He's again looking to try and challenge into middle, but the CT side setup suggests that they're not really looking to try and challenge. Instead, they're going to try and take map control elsewhere. A little bit of a push coming in from Zedko. Got to be careful of ramp, and also the boost coming in, although Starix just makes a buttload of noise. There's no way he's getting away with that. From my perspective there, once you make that drop sound, you should just leave. Because you've lost your surprise factor. You've lost any sort of value of that push. Frozen. How are you even getting away with that? Long range spray. Probably hit about 17 bullets there. Has to be careful. Ema is sat in the corner. He's still going to win that duel. No idea how. Questone gets another, and now it's all onto Sophic. AWP in mid. Misses the shot, and now they know exactly where he is as well. 15 to 13. eXtatus fans. Starting to believe, aren't you? Starting to believe. T side. They're only going to have pistols in this round. Very little to play with. Coldy, the only man with really anything invested into this round. A little bit of early damage, but it's actually going to be Zedko. Ooh, that's a nice shot. Devil losing his head. Dapkov's going to be caught by the aggression of Monty, and actually the Molotov's going to trap him in a little bit. Doesn't matter though, they'll clean things up comfortably. And now, well, OT or Spirit squeezing through this first map. The only 2 options available. Got AKs in this round. Decent amount of utility, but only 1 Molotov, which could play costly. Especially when you look at the CTs who have pretty much everything they desire. Once again, 4 players towards that upper apps position. Deco, I think... Did he spot anyone there? No, they're a little bit too far back. Molotov is going to hold them back far enough. He's looking like he may go a little bit aggressive here. He's just going to have to play a little bit patient. Spray coming through, but nobody that far forward as of yet. The nade, however, that could do masses of damage. It doesn't, unfortunately, and now they're going to come rushing in onto Zedko. He's just going to look to try and fall back as Questone is the one to find the first, and now the T's have been held up. They've been slowed down in apps, and the rotation's already coming in. Positional play is perfect, and there's only 1 man left, and he will fall. eXtatus, a flawless round to take things to overtime. They win themselves a nice little streak towards the end. Now they've got to try and do it in overtime as well. we go, though. One problem that the T's had was money. Kept running out of it. So we'll see what they can do. No double up setup straight in for eXtatus. I reckon if things don't go well in the first round, we'll try it. Pick it up in the second. A lot of utility expended out towards this A site already, but it's actually going to be a bit of a delayed mid-take. Frozen already finding the first. Now, well, we're going to see the remainder of the push. Looking like they may be tempted to go towards short. Peek out from Frozen, gets his second of the round, looks for the third, does it once again. And the advantage just swings the way. Sotfik just lowers himself to his death. First round for eXtatus. Spoke about the problems of team spirit. One of them seems to be that Davkos has actually gone quiet in the last few rounds. He can be the difference maker here. Sotfik as well on the bottom of the board, and we've got Questone having a star performance. If he is in-game leading, well, he's got 31 frags, so doing it in style. Ramp control has been taken from Monty. Frozen looking to try push into the connector. Gonna walk towards the wall while flashbang. Waiting as well for Starks to make his move, and actually Starks is going to win that duel. Leaving the defense a little bit. Sotfik, what was that? Just goes pushing into the wall and ends up taking the kill. Questone still going strong, and Devil's found another in the meantime. Monty over towards the ramp. May not be expected. Does Coldy know he's there? Well, it doesn't matter if he does. He's already dead. Man advantage now for the CT side. Starks has been spotted, and Monty's going to get another one. Now it's all on Dima. Doesn't have the bomb. 40 seconds left. Should be able to catch Questone, who just tries to jump past. Now got 30 seconds to try and make his move. Be able to retrieve the bomb. Knows at least that the B site was clear. Going to throw a flashbang into A to try and almost bait out his opponent, but it doesn't matter. Devil holding the cross will get them their second round, and now the T side money with no bomb plants in the last 2 rounds is going to be very weak indeed. Aggression coming out from the CT side. Already going to be starting things off with a couple of kills. Holdy and Davkos to try and hold on.